can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, it's hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with ya. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. So war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowin' by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they boss shit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it costs shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to boss shit.
It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we talking about practice.
Back row.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one that is not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a goat, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They ring got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink flows. Thinking you woke into your third eye, peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, they bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Lamping these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this, janitor with the mop stick. You gon' need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10 I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. We here now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clowns. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? In this war, I let the song play. Bitch, I had a long day. Fuck your family photos and the pictures in the hallway. Cut the please short, cause I don't fuck with you the long way. All we got 4 middle fingers in the concave. We don't got no sympathy, no remorse or no empathy. Age 30 something, but spirit been here for centuries. 40 got me limping like I was nursing an injury. I just be the same on both sides, yeah, that's symmetry. Suckers moving lateral, I just move for capital. I just want that bag and I'm holding rap as collateral. Sucker nigga stay calm, Draco shooting napalm. Pop up anywhere on you rappers just like I'm State Farm. Fuck it, I'm with all states, cause I bring that mayhem. Anywhere that Geico, homie better pay him. I ain't got that time for it, I ain't rocking time for it. I just keep my cover in a shield with a lion on it. Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? No, really, I ain't that guy that you should try. I'm the type look you in the eye before you die. Niggas dressing like top models for Calvin Klein. Me, I'd rather pop top bottles, have all the shine. Couple bad bitches to grind up on my 9. Trying to figure how to multiply your dollar sign. Shit, I done had some close calls in these streets. I done made it out the mud and got it all squeaky clean. Light skin in the game, trying to balls at Levine. What you mean? Ain't no lean, only Hennessy is funny. And I'm coming with the drip off the top. Let's get this money. Motherfuckers think it's funny till I'm tripping, getting clumsy. Cause I need my dough up, I'm lit and I'm trying to glow up. I'm on the wave, so I roll up and throw up soon as I show up. Cause I been with the shooters, the shakers, and all the movers. 50 cal with the ruler, turn your block to Fallujah. Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with?
Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers think you playing with? You ain't saying shit. Dozen Hebrews with the K's equipped. Get the slaying shit. Who you playing with? Who you playing with? Who you suckers playing with? Who you playing with?
Fuck, man. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I used to leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, that'll put us on our feet. I'm in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, say they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy. While I'm chilling with the family. Tell him a real nigga landed. Dressing all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back, now we ballin'. Ain't Babylon fallin'. You know the path a nigga walk. Nigga raised up, now I'm all in. And all I ever wanted was the win in the big body Benz. Now I'm gone in the wind, tryna stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. About to make the shit tremble. 144, the rebel. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole mob. And all that we fear is our father. And I'm headed for the top dollar. And ain't none gon' stop me, none gon' stop. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah. Slap in your face. Yeah. Balance. Hit it again. Go to brain. Go down. Like that. Go down. Which with the two fingers. Two fingers. We'll take this off. Let's see. I'll take this one. That's something we'll have to run it. All right, let's clap it up. All right. It's the Isupk. Start out on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. It's not the Isupk. Of course, it's not the truth. Today is our Tuesday night biblical law class, and I'm holding it down for officer of 1,000 of rum. Of course, I'm officer of 500 of Ramawan, and I got my main man with me, officer 500 Car. I'm starting off by saying Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabrak Thumb to the brothers. Also Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Allah Thumb by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We're gonna get this cracking. And get this law class started. If I could. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world today. Of course, we got monkeypox. We got the Brittany Griner joint. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers in Chicago getting ran down. Outside of homosexual nightclubs. It's so many vile things going on today. So we got a lot to be able to bring out today, and that's what we're gonna do. First off, I want to start off in Leviticus 26 and 46. And the reason I want to start off here is because I want to get, when I start a biblical law class, I want to let, first off, everybody know who these laws are for. And also on top of that, to let you know why we are going through the things we are going through because of not following these laws. So if you could, Public Sheriff.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 46. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel.
Saying the children of who?
The children of Israel.
Say the children of who?
The children of Israel.
So these are the laws and the statutes and the commandments that the Lord himself made between him and the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? These laws and statutes were made for one group of people, and the one group of people are is Israel, or who we call the Israelites, or who we so-called today the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians. Like these laws were made to build us, to keep us at one point in time, to keep us as a nation. But now at this time, since we've fallen so far away from the covenant of the Most High, it's to rebuild this nation into something great.
Right.
So you could really drop that and go to that Romans 9 and 4 and build something great. You know what I'm saying? And this is in the Old Testament. The reason I brought this out in the Old Testament is because we got to understand that the Lord did everything through from the first the Old Testament and the New Testament. All of this is for our learning. The Bible says that everything that was written aforetime was for our learning. You know what I'm saying? That's Romans 15 and 4. That everything that was written aforetime was for our learning. That means it was written before time for us to remember today. Even in the New Testament, even to today in 2022, everything that was written in that Bible is for is for us to continue learning off of.
That's right.
Most High in Christ. If you could, let me get that Romans 9 and 4, if I may.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Who are Israelites?
You say who are who?
Who are Israelites?
Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
He said, who are the Israelites? In Leviticus, it said that he gave the laws to the Israelites. And now you got a brother that's sitting up here saying, who is these Israelites? Who is these Israelites that, that pertain to the adoption, the covenant? And why the Lord loved them so much? The same way the Lord loved us in Leviticus, it's the same way the Lord loves us in the book of Romans 9 and 4. And this is for the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 4 is for you idiot Christians who say, oh, well, I just followed the New Testament. Well, the New Testament said he still he still goes by law in the New Testament. And
Right.
I even go even deeper. Give me Matthew's 9 and 7. I mean 5 and 17. So like it. I'll even go even deeper for you, just in case you say, "Oh, he said that wasn't vague enough for you." That's what I use, because Christians, nothing's ever vague enough for a Christian, a so-called Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in Matthew 5 and 17, give me that real quick if you could, Baba Kasha.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Huh?
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
But here's the issue. You hear Christians all the time say, "Well, dude, the Lord came, and when the Lord came and got resurrected, it was no more law." You ever heard a Christian say that?
Come.
They say, ain't no more law no more, because the Lord he died on the cross, so you can continue to sin forever. Now you can sin and still go to heaven. The so-called, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So like it, sir. What you bringing out is so heavy, because if you could continue to sin and go to heaven, then why do Christians go to church every Sunday?
The point.
If you already saved and all, why do you go to church? Well, what's the point of, if the law is done away with, why are you reporting to somebody's church every Sunday?
Right.
Tell me that.
No sign of Christ. And if I could, that's excellent. That's excellent that you brought that up, because you go to church every single Sunday. These so-called Christians and fake Israelite groups, they so-called obey the Sabbath on the day they supposed to. A lot of them, they still do it wrong. But you so-called doing this, and you doing it to not sin, but you still sinning anyway. Like you can't. The Bible says you can't correct sin with sin. So what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? The only way that you're gonna follow this truth the right way and accord to this Bible is you come into the Isupk,
That's right.
the Commander General Yohana, and learn this Bible the right way.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest reason for these biblical law classes, because you won't know how to serve the Lord unless you tune into these biblical law classes. You won't know the things that you're doing are the wrong things unless you tune into these biblical law classes and some of the other classes that we have throughout the week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So go ahead. Was that everything on that?
So like, sir, it's a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Or the who?
Or the prophets.
So not only didn't he destroy the law, he didn't come to destroy the prophets either. He didn't say, I'm coming to do away with the law and the prophets. Just to break it down for some of you, just to break it down in layman terms for the so-called Christians and the fake Israelite groups that's out, the so-called fake Israelite groups that's out there.
Right. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
He said he came not to destroy. He didn't come to destroy what happened in the book of Leviticus 26 and 46, when he said he was given the commandments to the Israelites. He through Moses on Mount Sinai. He didn't say I'm coming to destroy all the laws I gave to Moses on Mount Sinai, and I'm coming to destroy. How did that sound? The Lord said, I'm coming to destroy Moses too. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, how ignorant do this sound? You know what I'm saying?
So. And
this in the book of Matthew. So once again, for you ignorant so-called Christians, there's another cut for you in the New Testament, just in case you one of those New Testament revival, they call them New Testament revivalists, whatever they call them.
So like they call them New Testament revivals, and you got fake Israelite groups that call themselves only dealing with the Old Testament. So you got Christians talking about they New Testament revivals, and then you got fake Israelites talking about they Old Testament. So all this is a bunch of confusion, but right up in here in the Isupk, we follow and we study the entire Bible.
That's right. Since you brought that out there, give me 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. So we can what the brother bringing out is so heavy. He said you got so-called Christians who only believe in the New Testament. You got fake Israelite groups who only believe in the Old Testament. And the Lord put this thing together for you to understand as a black, so of course a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, for you to understand all of it through the prophets that he bring forth, which he has brought forth through Commander General Yohana and the brothers in the ISUPK.
That's right.
Go ahead, read that for me.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 33.
Go ahead.
For God is not the author of confusion.
Wait a minute. Somebody did that. What I heard you just say was Christians believe in the New Testament. You got fake Israelites that believe in the Old Testament. And what do that say?
For God is not the author of confusion.
The Lord is not the author of confusion. He don't have this book, the Old Testament, and show his people what the law, statutes, and commandments should be, and then come into it with the New Testament with his son to show you how to live these laws, statutes, and commandments. He don't do this just to separate the books. Everything the Lord does is strategic for his people, for the people that he loves, which are the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
That's right.
But do you love him? It's the question. Everything he do, he don't do out of confusion. He do it out of love, because he know if you love him, you will understand it. Do you love him? Ask yourself that. Because if you did, then you will follow all these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right.
You would do everything the Lord tell you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could, give me John 14 and 15, because I want to know how many people actually love the Lord, how many so-called Christians love the Lord, how many so-called fake Israelite groups love the Lord. This scripture right here, if you read it and you analyze it into your life, ask yourself, are you doing what the Lord told you to do in this scripture? Go ahead.
That's right. This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Go ahead.
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever.
That's right. So you got to think, if you the commandments are your comforter. When the Lord gonna pray that he gives you a comforter, these laws and statutes that the Lord actually came and was able to represent these laws, statutes, and commandments to show you that they can be done.
That's right.
Through brotherhood, through sisterhood, through just understanding that sometimes it take a little bit of sacrifice, to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. It take a little bit of, stop smoking cigarettes,
That's right.
or eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster.
Right.
I know a lot of brothers in here that we used to tear it up. Shrimp, pork, lobsters, crab legs, the whole 9 yards. Your girl want to go Red Lobster, get some of them butter biscuits,
right,
with the crab leg joints. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, just taking that small sacrifice and saying, "Hey, I love the Lord enough that I can get rid of a food. I can get rid of a addiction of cigarette. I can get rid of an addiction of, just having sex with any woman that I actually just see and then just throw her away."
Right.
You got to understand that the Lord showed you his love through sending his child to be able to be an example to you. How could you be an example to him if you ain't following these laws, statutes, and commandments? If you're a Christian, so-called Christian, or you a fake Israelite group, how could you be an example to the Most High if you can't follow every single one of these laws, statutes, and commandments, including the so-called fake Israelites? Because guess what? The Bible said that we're supposed to be one body. Commander General Yohana then invited every single fake Israelite group to the Passover. Become one body, he said. But you still don't want to listen. Well, guess what? You're still breaking the commandments, because you're not following the fact that the Lord wants us to be all one body.
That's right.
So, like it. If I could, give me Baruch 2 and 29 real quick. Actually, give me Baruch 4 and 1. Let me go there first. But we got to understand that us not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's why we have issues like, you know what I'm saying, like the monkeypox right now. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. I mean, it's just to be in season. You got the monkeypox. The reason you got monkeypox is because the Lord said man shouldn't sleep with man. It says, you you shouldn't be a homosexual. You shouldn't sleep with the man shouldn't sleep with the same kind. A woman shouldn't sleep with womankind. You know what I'm saying? But you fail to realize that monkeypox and AIDS and HIV and every single other sexually transmitted disease are the plagues of you not following these laws, or the laws and statutes that the Lord gave you, that he first off destroyed Sodom for. And then he destroyed Egypt for. Egypt was doing, if you don't know, Egypt was doing the same thing that Sodom was doing too. And now America is doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning. It was for us as Israelites, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, to look and say, dang, it happened in Sodom. Okay, dang, look. And then it happened in Egypt too. Okay, then it happened in Babylon. Okay, now it's happening now. What should I do? I would think someone that's a smart, especially if you're a black, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, if you are smart, you would say, man, all this happened. And it said in the Bible too. And I seen what happened to all of those civilizations that it was happening to. I should, those people that be yelling on the corner all the time with the One West shirts on, I think I'm going to go listen to them for one time, because maybe they might be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Slack.
No, sir, if I could, what you was bringing out so heavy, because also the Lord destroyed Rome. Yeah. Rome was at the height of homosexuality and the lifestyle right when the Lord destroyed it. So for people to be walking around here and not thinking that this is about to come to pass, you need to wake up. If you black, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you need to wake up, because we the ones suffering from the curses first.
Damn right.
So you looking at your oppressor and you trying to say, well, it's not happening to them, but it's happening to you, because guess what? You gonna be visited first, because you should know better.
That's right.
They understand what's coming, but they're not gonna stop doing it because they are considered devils.
That's right.
Damn. So they're gonna continue to fight up against it until they don't believe they're gonna be destroyed, until they're burning in thermonuclear fire.
And that's gonna be a glorious day. It's a lot.
Damn
I
right.
didn't cut you off, but you get me geeked up when you start talking about thermonuclear warfare, because that's gonna be we going through our chastisement now, but the punishment that the Lord gonna give to the wicked people who are over us right now, it's gonna be so much worse, and it's gonna be so much glorious for us. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, while we there, we might as this is why you at the point of our chastising this as well. Let me get to Deuteronomy 8:5.
Deuteronomy 8:5.
And this is while we on this following the law statutes, the reason we go through a lot of these things are because of the chastisement that we have from the Lord for years and years of not only ourselves but our forefathers. The same way we talk to an Edomite and say you're gonna be destroyed for the crimes of your forefathers, we are also being punished for the crimes of our forefathers as well.
Right.
We're being punished for the fact that our forefathers didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments as well. Our fathers didn't keep our daughters from marrying other nations. Our fathers didn't keep their sons from marrying men or having relations sexually with men. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is, like, I hear a lot of, I'm gonna say it the way DA would tell me, I see a lot of stupid people that ask me crazy questions and say, well, if we his kids, then why he punish us so bad? Why we in the ghettos, and why we get shot down the streets, and why we get shot by the police, and why this and why that and why this and why that? Like the dumbest question. And all you got to do is open up a book to answer the question. The damn question get answered in the book. But they hid it somewhere where black people hate to look at. They love watching movies. They love, watching plays, Tyler Perry. If they put it in a Tyler Perry play, they probably would have, watched it. But as soon as you tell them to open up this book the Lord made for us, they don't understand it because they don't have true prophets. They have, these Christian pastors to teach them this. And when you're doing it out of gain of money, it ain't gonna mean nothing because he gonna pacify it. He not gonna make it a punishment or a chastisement. He gonna say, hey, well, but if you give money, the Lord ain't gonna chastise you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you could go ahead and read that for me.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 5. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chastiseth his son, so the Lord thy God chastiseth thee.
He say, so the Lord God, the same way that a man would chastise his son, like me personally, I got my boy. My boy do something wrong outside of what my laws are in my house. Of course, that I follow strictly through the Most High and through what this Bible tells me to do. If he break any of those laws, guess what? He get chastised for it.
Right.
Depending on how many times he do it, and the different the amount or the level of disrespect it is to my law in my household, that depends on how bad he get chastised. So he might go from getting the game taken to he might got to get the hands. I mean, stop just in case somebody they'll say, "Oh, they over there beating kids." No, but the thing is, they can get the rod too. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what I'm saying? But from taking the game, you know what I'm saying, getting the rod, whatever you got to do. But at the end of the day, he learns that, hey, I know not to do that no more. Oh yeah, I ain't doing that no more. It ain't. I already know what's gonna happen. It's the same thing that the Lord is trying to do for us. But the only problem is, just like I chastised my son, you got ignorant, stupid Christians or fake Israelite groups that don't understand that that's why you're still in turmoil, or that's why Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are still in turmoil. It's because we're not following the laws correctly. Right. Since 1969, Commander General Yohana been teaching these brothers in the school and sisters how to follow the law correctly, how to follow brotherhood, how to be brothers to your brothers and brothers to your sisters and sisters to your sisters, which is the hardest thing ever. It's almost impossible for a sister to be sisterly to their own sister. But in the Isupk, we actually do that here. You know what I'm saying? And we've been also teaching it since 1969. Go ahead.
So, like I said, if I could, what you said is so heavy because with this scripture chastising, like the scriptures say, who spares the rod hates his son.
Hey, read that again.
Whoever is sparing his rod is hating his son.
Like, whoever is sparing that punishment, whoever is sparing that chastisement, you hate the thing that the Lord gave you as a gift. You hate your own son. The Lord gave you a son or a child as a gift, especially a son for a father, and you hate him. You know why you hate him? Because instead of when he do bad in school, instead of taking everything from him, you give him more. You gift him for being for not following the rules.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? For single mothers, which is a horrible thing because we got brothers in this school that would love to give law and have a woman that they can take in and show how to be not only mothers but give a father to their children. We don't in this school we taking the nation. We ain't leaving. We ain't sparing no nation. No child in our nation, might I say. So you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that, like I was just saying, Commander General Yohana has put forth a way for us to follow this Bible, of course, through Christ, and follow those laws, statutes, and commandments the way that we're doing it here. It's going to be the way that you continue to live.
That's right.
So, Salakia. If I may, look, somebody sent me that. I got somebody put out, they got studs having babies. Studs having babies. It say, let me read this real quick. Salakia. This is one of the brothers from the school too. He put it on Facebook. Let's normalize it. Is it okay for studs to have their own children? Now we just talked about Sodom and Gomorrah. We just talked about the whole 9 yards when it came to the laws of men having sex with men, women having sex with women. Now I'm gonna tell you, here's the issue. We all worried about the Lord being confused when our people are they the most confused people on this earth.
Right.
How could you be a stud that want a woman that want to have babies? Like I don't understand that. You want to be a man, but you want to have babies. Go ahead.
Like it, sir, if I could. Isn't that her natural instinct taking over?
You know what? And the Most High Christ, that's exactly what it is. It's a natural instinct taking over. If you were born a woman, your natural instinct is to be a woman. And I'm gonna tell you how I know this. I'm on a lot of social media outlets for this school, so I do get a chance to roam and see what's going on. And I definitely I like to do that because I like to use it for material. But I see a lot of times where you see studs in the club and they twerking. When they get drunk, when they get all nice and drunk, they turn into girls now. You know what I'm saying? I done seen on several occasions where you got studs in the club, they get real drunk, their hat come off, the hair come down, and now they sit there twerking in the middle of the club. And I say, God damn, look at this. Go ahead.
Salagi, sir, if I could, just on personal experience alone, I've been around, just me personally experiencing this, but I've been around a stud, and all of a sudden, once she got loose, she started to rub on my arm, and she pulling on me, and she pulling on my shirt.
Right.
And I said, well, what are you doing?
God damn.
And she in a state of confusion now because at first you was hardcore when I walked up. But thanks be to the Most High in Christ and me being able to have the Spirit of the Lord on me, when I walked up, guess what you realized? You all 100% woman.
And that's right. Most High in Christ for that. And what you should have did was you should have took her and you should have married her, got her in this school. Well, of course, you probably wasn't in the school then. Took her, gave her time in this school and married her and put some babies in that girl and let her know this is your natural duty. Your natural duty is to have babies as a woman.
That's right.
That's a natural duty. It ain't one we giving you. If a man, I'm gonna tell you something. If a man tell you they want to, your husband, of course, tell you, hey, I want to have a baby, or let's have babies, and unless it's some kind of problem, you know what I'm saying, as far as with the way your body is having babies or whatever. I know a few people it's hard for them to have babies or whatever, but if it ain't no problem like that, like have the goddamn babies. You should be trying to have as many babies as possible. Right. I can hit the Officer DA in my ear right now. I want to have 100 babies. If he can have 100 babies, he gonna have 100 babies. If the Lord permit, you know what I'm saying? A woman should never turn down the gift of a child that the Lord is. I know women that can't have kids ever in their whole life. Never get the joy of the gift that the Lord give women who don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments at all. The Lord still give them a gift, and you decide that I don't want no kids. I'm cool. I want to go. You know what I hear a lot of times? I hear women say a bunch. I don't want no kids. I want to be able to go vacation all my life. Selfish as hell. I don't want no kids. I got a good job. I want to go make a whole bunch of money. Selfish as hell. I don't want no kids. I don't want to deal with the baby daddy. Well, why don't you get your mind together so you can get you, first off, you ain't gonna get no good dude unless you come into the Isupk. So
damn right.
You come in here, you ain't got to worry about that. You gonna get you a strong man who's gonna take care of kids, take care of you and the kid, and you gonna take care of him. So you know what I'm saying? Like it to me, it just, for a stud to have a baby, it's just one of the most irritating things to me because it's just all confusion to me. And if we on this point of confusion with the Lord, this Christianity made this kind of confusion. Right. Christianity made it okay for a stud to have a baby. Christianity made it okay for men to be with men or for men to have sex with children, or all of this came from the Christian church, starting from when even Egypt, Rome, like everything that happened aforetime happened for our learning. This all happened before. All of this stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's lucky. You kind of got me. I kind of got to look, because this stud thing kind of throw me off, man, because it just don't make sense that a lot of our women you know what I'm saying, they leaving for this homosexual life of being a stud,
right, to
go get a woman, a woman to have a baby. Like, that don't even make they get. And then I'm gonna tell you, here's another thing I realized: women relationships don't last long. I mean, they don't last long at all. I'm gonna tell you why. Women are not good to be around women all the time. I mean, that's just the way it is. Even a mother and a daughter. Look at a mother-daughter relationship in the household. When that daughter turns 16, 17, it's time, it's 18, 19 years old, it's time for that daughter to go. Why? Because the mother and the daughter start bumping heads. The Lord didn't make you to be in the household with no female all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Bumping with each other, bumping air. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't, that ain't the way the Lord made you. The Lord made you to get rod. You know what I'm saying? And to push babies out. Lucky. Give me I'm gonna go ahead and just get right meaty. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1. I'm gonna start off right there. And since we own the stud joint, Brittany Griner out there, Ukraine, we talk about, everybody want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they did her so wrong, 9 years and all this. That's the Lord's judgment.
Damn right.
You think Brittany Griner she's a multi-millionaire. She's a basketball player, famous, one of the greatest basketball players as a female to ever play the game. I get it. Who cares? Who cares if she ain't following the law, statutes, and commandments? Because apparently the Lord don't care. The Lord said, I don't care if you're making millions. I don't care if you're the best basketball player on the planet. You got 9 years in jail. See you. By the time she get out of the joint, she ain't going to have a basketball career. Why? Anybody can answer that question? You think you can answer that question?
I can answer that question. Number one, sir, the 9 years that she's spending in there, she was already in the mid-term of her career. So the 9 years, once she get out, her whole prime thing is over with, number one. Number two, her mentality will never get back there. If she have to spend them 9 years in that prison, her mentality won't be able to get back to WNBA.
That's right.
And I can give you one more if I could, sir. Number three, by the time she get out of that woman's prison, she's not even going to be into her wife that's begging for her to come home.
Damn right. And that's an excellent point you just brought up. She going to spend that. Now this is a woman who's her mind is that she just like women. First off, we already know that's a spirit. So she's going to be in there with all these women. And I wonder how that's going. You got, I guess, in the joint, you got some soft women in there too. So she's going to probably find another woman in there. And that the woman who petitioned for out here right now, what they doing? They protested for. She got petitions all over the place. The woman who tried to make sure she get out the joint, she going to go and get another woman. 9 years later, she ain't going to even deal with the woman that she with no more. You know what I'm saying? And then let you know the just the vileness of it, or just the poison of being somebody who likes their own sex. You'll never win that way. It's never like, men don't like men, women don't. And I'm not saying this in a way saying men don't like men because this is my brother. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is men don't like this is my brother to death. We go to war all single day, but I don't want to be around this brother 24/7.
Right.
I want to be around a woman.
Yeah, I'm right.
I want to be around a woman that's soft and nice, that cook good. You know what I'm saying? Give me the box. Right. You know what I'm saying? The box gonna be number one. You know what I'm saying? And got a head on her shoulders, and she coming to this truth, and of course she's paying all her tithes and everything. So for a man to want another man in these streets, it's just a total vile thing. It's vain. It's disgusting. I don't want Salaki, I don't want no nigga with hair on them rubbing on me. You know what I'm saying? As a female, like as a female should want another female. A female should want a hardcore dude on them that's gonna protect them, that's gonna be there for them, that's gonna take care. You know what I'm saying? The knee with the rod, that's gonna take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? And has the mentality to lead a household. You know what I'm saying? A woman that can't do that. And that's why being a stud or a woman being with a woman is far-fetched. That's why it's so hard for it to happen. Because one of them women, here's the thing, even the stud, so the stud gonna feel like she's the leader. But in the soft woman's mind, or the one she's with, man, she gonna say, hey, I'll run the household. Because a stud don't know how to go to say, hey, look, it's what I say. What I say go, and it's it. That's what you got a man for. A man that's the heart that the Lord gave a man to say, hey, look, this is my house. What I say go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What I say it's gonna happen. If I say my kids ain't eating pork, my kids ain't eating pork. If I say my kids can't celebrate a holiday, a birthday, guess what? I don't give a hell if they crying. See you.
Damn right.
Trust me, I dealt with it. I dealt with it real bad. 3 kids. I had to deal with it, all 3 of them. Oh, it ain't really no birthdays for real? No, it ain't birthdays for real.
Damn right.
It ain't Christmas for real. It ain't Easter for real. It ain't Halloween for real. Daddy, what's the Passover? Up, come to class. We gonna figure this out. That's what following these laws, statutes, and commandments and building this nation up. That's what it's all about. It's about a man being in the household, ruling in the household. A woman not only being submissive to that man, but also following and the same laws that he's putting forth out that household. And then it trickles all the way down to the kids. Well, when the kids see that the mother does it, then guess what they do? Guess what the kids do? When a woman in the household says, I ain't celebrating Christmas, that's what the kids gonna do. Oh, guess what the kids can't do? When a man say, ain't no Christmas in this household, and the woman said, yes, daddy, no Christmas in the household. Guess what the kids ain't doing? Go ahead.
The kids they won't be celebrating it. They can't go to mama behind daddy back and say,
that's the point.
That's the whole point.
That's actually a great analogy that you brought out, because a lot of times in the household, that's what the kids do. If they can't get it from mama, they go to daddy. If they can't get it from daddy, they go to mama. You know what I'm saying? Being in this truth, you learn that not only is this truth one body, one mind, you know what I'm saying, but also your household start become one body, one mind. One body, one mind, meaning whatever happens at the top, it trickles all the way down to the bottom in the same order.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Not a different order. You remember the game they used to call, what they used to call it back in the day, where they tell one person something, go around a circle by the time the whole thing changed. I forget what the name of it was. But in this truth, in the ISUPK, one order given from the top is the same order given to the order given from Commander General Yohana is the same order that's going to be given to the trooper. That's going to be given to the officer of 50, to the officer of 500. That's the same way you lead your household.
That's right.
That's the same way you lead your household. Where the same thing that the husband say in the household, it should come all the way down to the 10th kid the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way that the Lord want his body ran, and that's the same way you got to run your household. It's the only way it's gonna work. Right. And that's why you can't work. That's why it'll never work. Not only with a stud woman, but with a man, because you need that woman right there. You can't have another man telling you you a man and you telling the man what to do, to tell all your kids what to do. Like, come on, that don't even make sense. We got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna show His wrath on America if we continue to not understand that sodomy is a sin and it's horrible, and the Lord might hate that more than anything, because he passed judgment every time sodomy becomes like big in these societies. Anytime they become big in a society, the Lord start destroying the society. He like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And we got to realize if we don't, you know what I'm saying, get away from them evil ways, then we're going to, and I'm saying we, not saying we as the ISUPK, because we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't promote homosexuality in here at all. But I'm saying we because I still believe that we got brothers and sisters out there that we can bring into this truth. And I want to say we because I want to continue to understand that we standing with you. You in the world. You doing things that you think that are okay. I won't blame you. I could blame a Christian pastor. I could blame Edom, the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? I could blame them, but I can't blame you because you're blind. The Bible say you're blind. And as long as I can get your eye for an hour, 2 hours of a class, and I can get you to understand that what you're doing is wrong, then I might be able to save you. But go ahead, Salakia.
No, Salakia, sir, I just want to piggyback on what you were saying about how the Lord destroys, like when the society starts become that way, it seems like that's when he ramp up his destruction. I think our people don't understand how much of a masculine power that the Lord is, and that's due to the Christian church giving power to women, because I don't know if you can remember or not, but remember back in the 90s, I remember this specifically for myself, dealing with women in the 90s, it was this whole, you're not feminine enough. You ain't in touch with your feminine side.
That's what it was.
And that destroyed a lot of relationships and marriages, because brothers like myself included, when you get to telling me I'm not in touch with my feminine side, it started to make me feel some kind of way.
That's heavy what you bring.
And I had to get away from you, because now you starting to make me feel like I'm supposed to be some soft person. But if I go this route, I'm gonna get ate up in these streets.
Right.
You know, and I think that I blame the Christian church for this, because they got us thinking that the Lord is just, he just all love and cuddly, but Christians don't read this Bible, sir. Salakia. They can't be reading it, because I go in here, the amount of bodies in here is uncountable.
and that's heavy what you bring it out. The amount of bodies, not only is it like uncountable, like it's the point where all you got to do is tune into one class, one Wednesday class, or Black Watch or something like that, even a Tuesday class. I heard Commander General Yohana say something. He said, we have officers of 50 that can crush Christian pastors. Like, listen to an officer of 50 that sit on the street corner on crates. Listen to him. And you gonna change your whole mind. If you get out of your simplicity, and you get out the simplicity of saying, oh, well, the pastor said this. Like, get out the simplicity. Don't be dumb.
That's right.
Like, you can't really believe that the Lord wants everybody. You know what? Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. You can't believe that the Lord really wants us to love every single body in this whole world. But on top of that, this how much, like, this how stupid this sounds. You want us to love everybody, but nobody loves us.
That's right.
Like, how could this be possible? Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the Lord is not a man of confusion, and he wants you to be with your own people. Zephaniah 2:1 is one of the heaviest scriptures in this whole Bible, because it tells you to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Who are the nations not desired? It's not the Arab. The Arab is in your hood, still in all your chicken restaurants.
Right.
It's not the Chinese man. He's in your hood, or got his own hood in Chicago or in Baltimore or in New York, selling his own products so he can send back to Korea and fund Jim Hung Noon, whatever the dude, the mad scientist over there, so he can press the button. He bringing all his money back over there. What are you doing? Like, what is the white man doing for you in your community? He ain't doing nothing, because he don't be there. I ain't never seen the white man in my community not one time, unless it's time for what? Time to vote, time to vote, or time to vote. It's the only 3 times I've ever seen them.
Damn right.
So you can't be this simple to think that we supposed to be holding hands with everybody like Martin Luther King wanted us to do. Hold hands with, and he want Jews, what do you say, Jews and Gentiles to hold hands together. How the hell you want Jews and Gentiles to hold hands? Like, just read it for me. Salaki. It's just it just irritates me sometimes because I feel bad because it took me a while to understand the truth or to understand the things that the Bible really meant. And in my mind, I wish it didn't take other people so long to realize the same thing. But this is the reason that the prophets of the Most High are here. You know, this is our job. This is why it's a job and it's a duty. It's not because I can get to somebody in one biblical law class. It ain't gonna happen. The reason we have a biblical law class every single week is because I have to get to people, or the brothers in this school have to get to people every single day of the week in order to get our people back together. You know what I'm saying? Salahi, go ahead.
No sweat, sir. Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
He said we are who?
An holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
Now tell me this. Tell me this. We out here going to these Christian churches that's telling us to be to love everybody, to be equal, love everybody, hold hands. Martin Luther King said hold hands with Gentiles and Protestants and Catholics and everything. Yeah, he might have been homosexual himself. I'm pretty sure he was. He wanted to hold hands with Catholics. You know what Catholics like to do. You know, it like just read from the top one more time because I'm just trying to make Salakia. I'm trying to make sure I'm not thinking the wrong way. What do that say?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
To himself. Matter of fact, go ahead. Keep going. Go ahead.
Above all people.
Above who?
Above all people.
Above all people. Above all people. So this lets you know that he ain't just talking about some, like, you know how they try to misconstrue the God so loved the world thing. You can't misconstrue this. There's no way you can do it. He said, I chose you above all people. That means God don't love everybody right there. Go ahead, finish read.
Khan, that are upon the face of the earth.
That are where?
That are upon the face of the earth.
Good night. Good night. Hey, when a Christian passed that? If you know what? The truth teach you one thing, that especially in the truth is the ISUPK. And in the ISUPK, they teach us one thing. Everything that you put out there, that you read, or that you put on the airways or whatever, you make sure that you know it's the truth before you. That's why this is the home of the truth.
That's right.
We ain't putting out stuff that ain't 100% in this Bible that we go by. We ain't putting out nothing that ain't in here. The Bible just said it. The Bible says that the Lord don't love everybody. He have a group of people that he loves that are over everybody on the face of the earth. And on top of that, I just read to you that he chastising us like his children. So that lets you know that we are his favorite people. The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are, if you are watching this, or you watch any show that we have throughout the week, or any school, we everywhere, right? Canada,
right.
You know, UK, everywhere. If you watch it, you got to understand something, that the Lord made you a special people. Stop thinking that white people are gonna save you. Stop thinking that an Arab on the corner. I seen something the other day that threw me off. An Arab walked into Arab going into a barbershop, black barbershop. I'm going to a grocery store, barbershop right there. I said, Arab man walking to the barbershop. He finna go get faded up like DJ Khaled or something. You know what I'm saying? And I think to myself, like, the white man still our culture. The Arab man still our culture. Like, everybody on this earth still the culture of the black man, of the native man, of the Hispanic man. Everybody, but the only people who can see it is the people in the ISUPK. I know that can't be possible. It can't be. It can't be possible that for some reason in the 90s, every chicken joint that I went to was owned by black people. Every corner store was owned by black people. As soon as the 2000 hit, the Arabs owned every single corner store and every single chicken restaurant.
Right.
These are all curses that we have. These are the curses that we actually, let's go to Deuteronomy, give me 28 and 15. These are all the curses we have because of that, because we ain't following these laws, statutes, and commandments. We ain't gathering ourselves together. We ain't becoming, we ain't using this brotherhood to build our nation.
That's
what
right.
I'm saying? And the only way we're going to build a nation is through brotherhood and through follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. I'm going to tell you, it's almost impossible to follow these laws, statutes. I ain't going to say it almost. It's impossible to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments without brotherhood or without sisterhood. It's impossible. The reason the Lord put Zephaniah 2:1 in there is to let you know that it's impossible. The only way that you're going to be able to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and come together and become a great nation again is to, first off, Zephaniah 2:1, to gather yourself together, O nation not desired. Secondly, is to follow all the last law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord give you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana.
Damn right.
Those two that we are doing, those two for sure, we make it happen every single day.
Damn right.
Lockie, go ahead. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15, if I may.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
Wait, say that again.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
What do it mean to observe? Go ahead.
So like it, sir, like you paying attention, like you actually looking and you saying, well, this is what I should be doing.
And Salaki, that's heavy what you bring it out. That's when you're a trooper in this school, and this is a heavy, you know what I'm saying, scripture from the top to the bottom. But the only reason I started here I want to start at the curses because you just got to do the opposite of what's going on here.
That's right.
But to observe as a trooper, what do? You sit in the chairs and you looking like I'm trying to sit like you watching everything that's going. Go ahead.
No, so like sir, if I could, even before I became a trooper, when I first came up in here and I was a young man, this was who I was in the world. I'm watching the set. So I come up in here as a young man. I'm like, okay, they got the knowledge. I'm watching how brothers are interacting with each other.
That's right.
And I'm seeing so much respect amongst the brothers. And I'm like, man, that looks, it looks so strong to me for a brother to say, oh, no sweat, I got you, come. And I'm watching how brothers have no gripe with each other,
That's
interacting with each other.
That's
and
right.
that observing right there, it continued to make me, I got to go back next week. I fought demons because every single week I was seeing something new.
That's right.
I was willing to fight demons to go see something else new because I'm like, I'm going to see something. And the only thing I ever saw, even if a brother made a mistake, it wasn't like how we judge each other in the world.
That's right. Damn right.
It wasn't like that. You got corrected on a mistake and then you never saw no type of animosity after the fact.
Salaki, if I may, just to piggyback off what you said, that's extra heavy what you bringing out because these are a lot of the traits that I saw coming into the truth as well. Being a trooper, just sitting here and just seeing like, I'm like, dang, like brothers can sit here and for two, like brothers can sit here for 2 hours and say, Salakia, sir, raise your, like when I first came in here, I came from the street, so I'm looking like, man, I raise my hand like I'm in class. It's like I'm in kindergarten or something.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like after keep coming, I understood what it means. You know what I'm saying? I understood why. I understood the discipline is what's going to build me as a man. I thought I was a man before I came here. I thought I was hardcore tough. You know what I'm saying? I was in gangs, sold drugs all my life, all that stuff. I wasn't a damn thing until I got to him, because you know what? It takes a hardcore spirit to be disciplined enough that if a man above you is saying something, to just be quiet.
I'm right.
Or to raise your hand, you know what I'm saying, just out of the courtesy that it's a man above you, or that it's a man, period. It's your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your brother speaking, hey, Slacky, you know what I'm saying? If I may, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a lot harder to do than going to sell drugs. It's easy to go kill somebody by giving them a bag. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can run from the police when they get to the block.
Right.
But it's hard for you and your spirit to say, hey, look, hey, I only knew this brother for 2 weeks. Ain't no way I'm finna just serve him all day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the ignorant spirit that we got outside of the truth. Not saying in the truth, but before you came into the truth, that's the ignorant spirit we had. That's the ignorant spirit that your wife have. That's the ignorant spirit that the girl that you want to court or that you want to be with, that's the same ignorant spirit that she have. Is the reason why you should say, hey, I don't even want to court her. She have that ignorant ass spirit, Salakia. She have that ignorant spirit saying, hey, why should I have to raise my hand for him? Why should I have to ask him if I can use money to take care of something? I want to get my nails done. Why should I have to ask him? I'm a woman. I'm me. I can do what I want to do. That's an ignorant spirit.
Right.
And it's a spirit that's not only gonna make you shame face at the end of it as a woman, but you're gonna embarrass your husband. You're gonna embarrass your husband around men above him that he's trying so hard to change his life, not only his, but his whole family. You're gonna be the reason why he looks shame faced in front of the men above him.
Right.
It's like you.
No,
go ahead.
So you was right on point. You was right on point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Khan, which I command thee this day.
You know what? Start from the top real quick.
Khan, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
How many?
All his commandments.
5.
All his commandments.
Every single commandment. And here's the difference between One West Isupk under command of Jeremy Yohana and IUIC, Sakari, the Christian Church, the Catholic Church. Here's the difference. Everybody from here's One West. Everybody from here on wants to do. They want to follow they want to follow some things. They want to follow some things because they know that if they can follow certain things, they can keep. First off, they can keep women. What's the biggest thing? Hey, you can keep a woman as long as you let her know that you can't have multiple ribs. That's IUIC. We just stick to one woman around here. Yeah, we don't do all that. One woman. Don't worry, they'll be over here in the ISUPK, so don't worry about it. We'll take the rest of them.
Damn right.
Christian Church gonna tell you they want one. They gonna say one woman too, but we already know the pastor sleep with every woman in the church.
Right.
So they out there confusion in themselves. ISUPK, we gonna keep it 100. We gonna tell you have many ribs as you want to, as long as you can mentally and physically and spiritually take care of them. And trust me, it's a lot of counselors that don't want to hit a rib mouth because you don't know how to handle your second rib or your third rib. You can't handle 2 ribs, don't get 2 ribs. Get 1 rib. You can't handle 5, don't get 5. If you can't handle 1, don't get 1. But at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. The Lord didn't take the fact of having a rib away. or ribs or more than one rib away. So you can do what you need to do. If you need 5 or if you want 5 of them and you can take care of them righteously and still be in this truth and you can get them in this truth and make sure they pay their damn tithes. If you got 5 ribs, make sure all 5 of them paying the tithes.
Damn right.
That's a law. That's why we in biblical law class. Make sure they all 5 of your ribs are paying tithes.
That's right.
Then you ain't got a problem with it. Go ahead.
That's right. Con. And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the curses, of course, we're talking about all the curses that's been going on for since who knows how long. Now this Deuteronomy and these same curses are coming right now.
Right.
We still having the same curses. If I can remember, monkeypox was damn near in Egypt when they just had boils all over their body there.
Right.
Right. I mean, unless I'm tripping, I remember the story. They had boils all over their body in Egypt, and now they got boils all over their body in 2022 in America, or the daughter of Babylon, or also known as Egypt.
Damn.
The Bible isn't like this. Just ain't a fairy tale book. I told you earlier, everything that happened aforetime happened for our learning. I keep saying this because everything that I keep saying out of this Bible is happening right now. The same things. The same exact things. If you can, drop down to 48 for me, or just get to 48 for me. But it's the same exact things that are happening, and we just don't understand. We don't understand that the Lord is showing His vengeance on this earth. The Lord is showing vengeance on America. He scattered His people, but now it's time for His people to come back together. And He got the priests and prophets to do it in the Isupk on the command of General Yohana. And now, guess what? Now we got the cable networks, we got the airways, we got the internet, we got Facebook, we got Snapchat. What's the new one they got out? Captain Tazari out there. They go crazy on every single day. I forget the name of it.
The name of their show, sir?
No, they got a social networking that they be on where you can do it all at one time. But we own every single social network, TikTok, everything. The Lord has given us the airway to raise our people up. That's up to you. It's up to you to say, hey, look, I'm going to listen. For the first time in my goddamn life, I'm going to listen to what somebody tells me. I'm not going to listen to the pastor this time who just want my money.
Right.
I'm going to listen to some men who actually slept. You know what they say? They say they just want to tell me the truth and keep the truth in my heart and all this. You know what? Let me listen to a couple classes. Let me go down to the class and see how it really is there. You know, you can look at a church. I know you watched church back in the day. I know I did. You look on TV at the church, and the whole church look like it be live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you go there, and you realize like, damn, it's like entertainment. Like it look entertainment. You see lights going there. Where you like, hey, this ain't church. It's like a Broadway church or something like that. You ain't gonna get there here. This ain't no Broadway church. We gonna accidentally curse and say Salaki. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna see brothers with some strong. You might see a brother here with 2 ribs. You gonna see stuff that you're not used to seeing because guess what? It's the privilege that America took from you. The things that you gonna see in these schools of the ISUPK are the privileges that America took from you as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man.
That's right.
You ain't gonna see it in the church. You ain't gonna see it in a fake Israelite group because the privilege is taken. But when you come into the ISUPK, you are allowed your privilege again to see not only what your brothers and sisters are really doing in America and why we so happy in this school. We don't have bad vibes in here. Why everybody love each other. You're going to be able to come here and see why. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has his grace on this school. Go ahead, read.
That's right. Con. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
You break that down. Who you know what that means? Go ahead, break that down for me, Karaka.
Come on, sir. Everything we need, we have to go to the oppressor to get.
That's damn.
You need clothes, you have to go to them.
That's right.
They even got you paying for natural things like water. Like water is free, but when you're in this type of captivity, you have to pay for water. When your clothes, hey, you have to go to them and purchase clothes. It don't matter. You might go in a store and you might see a black person at the register, or can I help you?
Right.
But it's all the oppressor is behind the entire thing. So whatever you need, you have to go to them and purchase it anyway for our disobedience of the Lord. Like we can't even, we got such a heavy curse on us. If I could, we don't even like to deal with each other.
That's right.
On a professional level. We even hate having to. I done seen brothers and sisters like, man, I hate dealing with this guy, but I need this from him. And it be our own brothers and sisters.
Yeah, right.
So it's this curse is so heavy. And if I could, just a little more, not to take too much, but I kept a group chat on my phone purposely. One of my older sisters, she what they like to call themselves a Christian warrior. Okay.
Prayer warrior.
A prayer warrior. So she likes to put all these scriptures out or whatever. So what I did on TikTok, Edomite must have been listening to our class, unlike our people. He makes a video and he reads Deuteronomy, these scriptures that you brought out, which is so heavy. So I said, you know what? I took the video and I put it in the group chat. Ask me how many responses I got.
I sure like to know. Because I guarantee you it's zero.
It was zero. Now, before I put that in the group chat, they've been seeing me not celebrate holidays. Where you at, bro? I'm in Florida at the Passover. Everything going over their head.
That's right.
Everything going over your head, but she swear down. Oh, the Lord, I know the Lord. No, you don't. Oh, he know my heart. Yes, he do. And guess what he know? You don't give a damn, Salakia, about following his law, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right. That's heavy what you bringing out right there. That's damn heavy. And that's so true. You know what I'm saying? That's so true what you bringing out, because I got people that I know that's the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I got some partners back in the days. We closest, you know what I'm saying, you can be, or so-called closest you can be back in the day. And I've been in this truth for that going on 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And the brother still like, hey, yeah, I know you ain't celebrate your birthday or whatever, but my birthday is this month. And I'm looking at myself like, is this nigga an idiot? Are you an idiot? You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to tell you how blind we are. You know what I'm saying? As blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we just so blind. It's a task to raise up our brothers and sisters. And you know, for any sister out there, especially if you got a husband in this truth and that's a priest and prophet in this truth, like you might not understand how tough this is. Not only dealing with, you know, with you sometime and dealing with you all the time, dealing with kids, you know, if you got more than one rib, dealing with other ribs, you know what I'm saying, dealing with brothers, you know what I'm saying, but also just the point of dealing with ignorant us, the ignorant part of us, you know what I'm saying, that we understand in the truth and in the Isupk that these things need to be done, but why is it so hard for everybody else to understand it? And you know what I'm saying? That's the reason I myself come every single day to the school and keep my mind, you know, into this Bible and keep my mind into the truth and keep my mind, like, even if I'm not here, I'm watching videos of Commander General Yohana, General Hyman, Captain Mount Quad, any captain in the whole school, I'm watching, you know, trying to be diligent, learn the same way they learn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of officers, there's a lot of officers in this school that's very, very respected because of the amount of work that they put in that I try to maintain my life and try to be like, you know what I'm saying? And it's a reason why I do that. And coming into this truth, I realized that how blind I was. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers that came into this truth, they realized how blind they were before they came into the truth. So this, and we kind of get off topic, but Salaki, this class, it was still on laws and statutes, but it's just the point that we got to understand Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, following the laws start in one place, and that's in the Bible.
That's right.
And the second place is in One West.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
You can't have one without the other.
Damn right.
You can't have the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge without the Bible. You can't have the Bible without the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. With that, pass the class over to Precinct Officer Carr.